Today, I wanted to explain a very cool fan project for the BTS members that is getting attention on Twitter, but I feel like it's not being promoted on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram at all. So I made a little PowerPoint presentation with all the necessary information for the ARMYs who are interested in participating. But first, I want to explain my motivation to make this video. When I first became an ARMY, I never thought there would be a day when BTS would have multiple songs with a billion streams, much less that the fandom was going to be focusing on goals related to billions. So seeing all the enthusiasm about this project honestly makes me so happy. And I have to give credit to Jin for this enthusiasm because I've seen this project around for a few months. But since Jin got back from the military, ARMYs feel way more motivated and the predictions for this project finally look doable. So hopefully you are motivated too. Now, starting the slideshow, I want to make some clarifications. Number one, this is not my project. I'm not sure who started it, but I find this account very helpful when it comes to conversations surrounding the project. So I recommend following their account if you're interested in participating. Also, because this is not my project, I don't have the answers to everything. I'm making this video so we can all talk to each other about the project and clarify some of our doubts. And I also need help clarifying some stuff, so go to the comments for updates. Number two, because I don't know who started the project and most ARMYs don't know as well, there is no clear consensus on the chosen songs part of the project. Playlists and guides are all over the place, but I'll explain all the options and the reasoning behind them. Number three, this project is not intended to replace the latest releases. Right Place, Wrong Person, Hope on the Street Volume 1, Friends, Muse, and any songs that will be released in the next year are not meant to be replaced by this project. To the contrary, I recommend treating this project as another new album. I think seeing it this way makes it way easier to remember this project every day. I just think of it as a new BTS album. Okay, so let's start with the first part of the project, and that is the solo plaques on Spotify. This is the entire project's main focus, so if you need to pay attention to something, it's this part. The goal here is to give all 7 members a Spotify billion plaque as soon as possible, preferably before they're all back from the military. This is a very extreme goal, but keep in mind that the hype when they come back is huge. So if it doesn't happen before they're all back from the military, it can happen before their first comeback as a group or before their comeback tour. In any case, we need to start working now or else it won't work. So far, Jimin and Jungkook already have plaques. Jimin has one for Like Crazy and Jungkook has one for 7, but they are still part of the project. All we need to do is focus on the next song close to 1 billion. One last general point that you need to have in mind is that only for this project, you don't need to overthink filtering. Let me explain. Sometimes when artists release new songs, their fans like to loop the song all day so they have a ton of streams. These are considered low-quality streams by Billboard and are not counted for charts. This is the reason why there are some K-pop songs with millions or even billions of streams but no good placement on the Billboard charts. ARMYs don't really like this, so we listen to the new song with a focused playlist like this. We listen to the new song, then 3 other songs, then the new song, then 4 other songs, then the new song, then 3 other songs. You get the idea. However, for this project, all of this overthinking doesn't really matter. Songs that have not truly reached 1 billion filter streams have received a billion plaque. Now, I'm not saying to start looping from now on. That is a bad practice, and actually we don't even have to. There are 7 members and we're focusing on one song from each of them. That is filtering enough. So what I am saying is to not overthink your 1 billion playlist. Just listen to the 7 songs. You can add other songs and you can also not add other songs. And if you have 1 or 2 songs in between the same song, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you play the songs. If you're too lazy or too busy to make a playlist, just search for one. Check that the songs are the correct songs and play the playlist. That's it. So what are the songs that we're focusing on? As you can see here, there is no general agreement with certain members. I'll explain why in order of most urgent to less urgent. At number 1, we have RM. The RM song that is getting more streams currently is Lost. If we go with today's numbers, Lost would reach 1 billion around 2027, while Wildflower is predicted to reach 1 billion in 2031. However, Lost is going through its new release phase, and we don't know how much the prediction date is going to change in the next 12 months. So many consider Wildflower to be the most viable option because it currently has more than 230 million streams, while Lost has yet to reach 100 million. I recommend streaming Wildflower for this project but not dropping Lost, because it's a new project and not listening to it is unacceptable. Who knows, maybe we'll get crazy and make Lost surpass Wildflower. Whatever happens, we need to prioritize these songs because we need to stream in 1 year what we would have streamed in 6 years. If you think this is impossible, look at this old prediction. Before the project, Wildflower was estimated to reach 1 billion in 2035. Now the prediction is 2031. Those are 4 years less. So focus a lot because Wildflower is now stuck at 2031. If we want to move it to 2025, we need to make this work fast. Next, at number 2, we have J-Hope. The J-Hope song that is gaining the most streams as of today is Neuron. However, the song closer to 1 billion is More. Now, I've noticed that most armies are using More in their 1 billion playlists. This confuses me because Neuron won the voting for the J-Hope Focus song. And I believe Neuron won because it's gaining almost 500,000 streams every day, while More is only gaining 100,000. In theory, Neuron will surpass More and reach 1 billion streams first. However, this can also be said about Lost and Wildflower, yet most people still chose Wildflower. In any case, this specific Twitter account is focusing on Neuron first and More second. Since Neuron is a new single, I am personally already listening to it every day, so I'm really focusing on both songs. By the time I'm making this video, Neuron is predicted to reach 1 billion in 2029. We need to move it to 2025, so we need to move now. Next, we have Augustine. Yoongi has music under the name August D and under the name Suga. We're focusing on August D because it has way higher numbers in general. Now, the song closer to 1 billion is Dechuita. However, Hegum is getting a lot more streams because it's a newer song, and it's predicted to surpass Dechuita and reach 1 billion streams sooner. So most armies are focusing on Hegum. I still put Dechuita on the list just so you are aware that there is a song closer to 1 billion. But like I said, all predictions favor Hegum, which is estimated to hit 1 billion in 2028. This is 3 years away from our goal date, so please make an extra effort with Hegum as well. If you can stream both songs every day, you are free to do it, but if you can only focus on one song, don't think twice. Prioritize Hegum. Now going with the less debated songs, we have Jin with The Astronaut. The Astronaut is about to hit 500 million streams and it's predicted to reach 1 billion in September of 2026. This is more than a year after our goal date. We want The Astronaut to reach 1 billion around the middle of 2025. So this song is also in the high priority list. We need to move way faster, and that can only happen if we focus on these songs. Jin confirmed that he will release his album soon. So when the album drops, don't forget about The Astronaut. Next we have V. His closer song to 1 billion is Love Me Again. This is predicted to happen this year, so we are in the right track. It looks like Taeyong is definitely getting his billion plaque before he gets back from the military. However, this project will continue once he gets his billion plaque, so we can push Friends to 1 billion as well. It's predicted to hit 1 billion a few months after he gets back. But we need to focus on Friends anyway because it can become the most streamed song of 2024 by a K-act. So Love Me Again is the closest song to 1 billion, but we need to push Friends. If we do it, then we move on to the next songs closer to 1 billion, which are Slow Dancing and Rainy Days. Next is Jimin. Jimin already has a 1 billion plaque, but he will receive his next one in 2027. 2027 is too far away and we need the prediction date to be closer. So the Jimin song we're focusing on for this project is Set Me Free Part 2. After this one, the closest song to 1 billion is Like Crazy English version. We don't know how much this list is going to change once Jimin drops his second album. Maybe the numbers from the new singles will end up having better predictions. But for now, please prioritize Set Me Free Part 2. Next, we have Jungkook. Just like Jimin, Jungkook already has a 1 billion plaque, but predictions for his other songs look very good as well. Left and Right is the closest song to 1 billion, and it's predicted to reach this goal this year. However, as you can see, the Jungkook focus song is Standing Next to You. This is because the plaque for Left and Right will go to Jungkook, BTS, and Charlie Puth. This is still a nice accomplishment for Jungkook and BTS, but Standing Next to You will be the first plaque Jungkook will receive with no features. It will be just him, so we are focusing on this song for now. Once Standing Next to You hits 1 billion, the Jungkook song for this project will be 3D. Also, have in mind that Euphoria is a Jungkook solo song under the name BTS, but we are not there yet. Our priority right now is Standing Next to You. That is basically everything for this part of the project. It's important to recognize that the McNell line already has or will definitely receive their 1 billion plaques. Of course, they are still part of the project because they still have goals to reach before they come back from the military, but we need to put a lot of extra effort with the Hyun line. I know it's easier to complain and blame everyone else for the difference in numbers, but I've noticed that motivating each other with the real predictions and our progress is always more effective. For example, in 3 weeks, Wildflower has shortened its prediction time by 11 months. So again, I need everyone to believe that it is possible. It really is. Just don't overthink your playlist. Play the 7 songs or the 9 songs and then do it again. More importantly, push the songs by the Hyun line or else it won't work. There are already a ton of playlists focused on the Hyun line, so just search them up. It really is that easy. The most important thing is to remember to stream these playlists every day. This is the only way the project can work. Now, like I said, the Solo Billions project is the main focus. These songs should be the priority. However, you can diversify your playlist and also consider these other songs part of other mini projects related to the Billions Club. First, we have the BTS Billions Club as a group. The goal of this project is to extend the list of BTS songs with 1 billion streams. BTS already has 4 songs with more than 1 billion streams. However, focusing on other songs that are also close to 1 billion will not only help BTS get more plaques, but also increase their overall numbers during hiatus. As I mentioned in the Jungkook section, Left and Right is predicted to hit 1 billion this year. The plaque will not only be sent to Jungkook, but also to BTS because they are credited as artists. However, because Left and Right will definitely hit 1 billion before BTS is back, we are focusing on Fake Love. We are prioritizing Fake Love because the prediction date being January of 2026 is too late. We need to move the prediction date to at least half a year earlier. So include Fake Love in your solo playlist as well. The next BTS songs predicted to hit 1 billion are Life Goes On in 2027, Permission to Dance in 2029, Euphoria, Spring Day, and DNA in 2030, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears in 2031. One thing that I wanted to highlight about this list of songs is that we have at least 2 versions for all of these songs. This can help you make different playlists. Left and Right is part of 4 albums. Fake Love is part of 3. Life Goes On is in 2. Permission to Dance is in 2. DNA is in 3. And Euphoria, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Spring Day, Black Swan, and Idol are in 2 albums. As you can see, most of these songs are part of BTS's anthology album Proof. So while streaming these songs, you are also helping increase the numbers of Proof. Also, if you don't remember this list of songs, just stream Proof and you will be indirectly helping this project. Like I said, using all these versions is not necessary, but I still wanted everyone to know that it is an option. Finally, a smaller project related to Spotify is the 2 Billion Club. The goal is to make BTS and the BTS members the first K-acts to reach 2 billion streams on Spotify, because no one has done it before. This list only includes 6 songs, and this number will only decrease because 2 songs are already predicted to hit 2 billion before BTS is back. The 2 songs predicted to reach 2 billion soon are 7 by Jungkook and Dynamite by BTS. Next is Like Crazy by Jimin, which is predicted to hit 2 billion in June of 2025, so we can push it a few months before as well. The next songs are My Universe, Butter, and Boy With Love by BTS. These predictions look very far away, so it would be nice if we can shorten their prediction dates before BTS makes their comeback and does the big push. Remember that these songs are part of multiple albums as well. That is everything when it comes to Spotify. I wanted to explain all these projects, but remember to prioritize this list. The last thing I want to talk about is the BTS YouTube Billions Club. The explanation for this one is way shorter. The goal is to extend the list of BTS music videos with 1 billion views. Until now, Dynamite, Boy With Love, DNA, Mic Drop, Idol, and Fake Love have more than 1 billion views. Remember that when it comes to YouTube, filtering does matter because YouTube loves deleting our views. So don't loop or your views will be for nothing. Also, you can use a playlist. Remember that YouTube reflects playlist views days after, so playlists are not recommended in the first week of release. But because these videos are not new, you can use a playlist. So these are the 10 music videos closer to 1 billion. Your playlist should include Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Butter, Dope, Fire, Save Me, Permission to Dance, Unkinetic Manifesto Film, Not Today, Life Goes On, and Spring Day. As you can see, all of these music videos are on the Hype Labels YouTube channel, except for two. Dope and Fire are on the 1Decay YouTube channel. Make sure you're watching the right videos on the right channels because Dope and Fire have way less views on Hype Labels, so we are focusing on 1Decay. I already created a playlist you can use. Just click on my channel, go to playlists, and there you can find the Road to 1 Billion Views playlist. I included the 11 music videos close to 1 billion as well as Dynamite because it's about to reach 2 billion. On my channel, I also have a Chapter 2 playlist with all the newest releases. So that is everything. Once again, here are all the songs part of the 1 billion project on Spotify, solo, and group. And here are the songs that we want to reach 2 billion streams and the music videos we want to reach 1 billion views. Remember that we're actually a very small group of fans who are participating in the project. So don't fight with the ones who don't want to join. Instead, share the project on different social media platforms and motivate the ones who do want to participate. When there are changes with these lists, I will mention it in the comment section. That is everything. Thank you for listening and I hope you join the project.